MasenCast!
Right.
Welcome everyone to the podcast. So, we are continuing with GT today, and what we have to, conclude us with is Super 17, Saga, if you can call it that, and the Shadow Dragons.
Right.
So let's begin with Super 17 because as timeline-wise, he comes first.
Yeah, I think this can be counted a part of the Super 17 one. It's kind of like it's the World Tournament thing that happened. Now we won't linger on that long because nothing of substance happened there.
Yeah.
It's more of a, I don't know why it's considered part of the Super 17, or considering it's the payoff to Baby.
Yeah, so I think that it's kind of like you could count it as part of Baby Saga or part of Super 17, and it wouldn't really matter much.
Yeah. At this point, I remember this is kind of what I remember. This is kind of weird.
Yep.
Because I don't remember exactly in what order it happened. I just remember that the 17 and Hellfighter 17 were coming to Hellfighter 17 and 17 kind of used their weird energies at the same time to open hell. I'm pretty sure this is something I don't recall was 17 brainwashed somehow before the hell was opened.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember both of their gate things were opened. Now here's the thing. When Krillin died in the arc.
Yep.
And now what I'm trying to remember was it Hellfighter 17 or just 17 who did it?
I think it was 17.
Right. Did this happen before Hellfighter appeared?
That I cannot confirm or deny. I can't remember.
I'll try to confirm this now that I'm.
I'll just add a bit so that when they created the portal so that Hellfighter gonna make it back, that's when they also brought back all the villains that ever appeared. Cause I had to read up. I'll confess, usually on this podcast we don't read up the stuff that much, but we try to remember something. So they brought even Staff Officer Black back.
But with GT, it's the thing with GT. It's surprisingly hard to remember some stuff.
Yeah.
But here's what happened generally. I'm gonna use this as chip cheese. In Hell, Dr. Mew met Dr. Zero.
Yes, and they created Hellfighter 17.
And because they hate, the both of them hate Goku, but they decided to make a new Android 17. Mm-hmm. And contacted the one residing on Earth to carry up the plan.
Yeah.
Apparently, what happened was
Yeah. So.
Now I remember. In Pan's home, doorbell rings and they found Trunks being really hurt and only saying muttering Android 17's name. And basically, what happens then was when he wakes up, he talks about how Android 17 attacks him.
Uh-huh.
And destroying. Then, and I'm guessing after this is the part where this is the part where there was a black hole swirling in the sky, and this is when both of them appeared.
Yes.
Hellfighter came out of it. So the 17 killed Krillin, and then afterwards 17 and Hellfighter 17 fused together to make Super 17.
Yeah, and then they're fighting Trunks and whoever are left, Goten and Gohan, Vegeta Vegeta showing as always, as it with GT, if it isn't Goku, it's Vegeta. and Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 2, right?
I'm
And tries
well.
to beat Super 17, but of course.
Did Vegeta fight Super 17?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty
okay.
sure he did.
Because I remember like the hell when hell opened, the bad guy, everyone just appeared from there.
Yeah, true.
To fight. So I'm pretty I know Vegeta killed Nappa.
Yeah, but I think like that happened before they fought 17.
That's possibly true.
Like maybe before like even Hellfighter 17 made it to Earth. Like all the other villains made it before him. Like this is why I feel like we should have just skipped this part. Whatever. Let's now skip this part. So we get to the fact that Goku is fighting against Frieza and Cell.
Yeah. Yeah, when Goku went to the black hole.
Yeah.
Went to hell, and then we saw Frieza and Cell waiting for him, kind of stuck behind, which kind of feels weird. Why Frieza and Cell would be the ones not going through the hole?
Yeah, but it was kind of part of the whole plan, wasn't it? That they create this hole that Goku gets sucked in, and then they get Hellfighter 17 out, so that Goku is forever stuck in hell.
That makes sense for real, Mew and Dr. Gero, yes, but it doesn't explain why Cell and Frieza stuck around.
Well, maybe it was part of the plan, so that
yeah, but why would they play along?
I don't know,
Frieza.
Yeah, but you have to remember Frieza and Cell in GT are really strange. They are really strange. They're nothing like in Z.
Yeah, that I agree with you.
So they're scheming, and then Cell is at as you said earlier, he is at this peak, he's the most powerful thing in the universe for a short while.
Yeah.
And then their plan backfires, and they get frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And then was it Dende and Piccolo that make the kind of the similar kind of rift again?
Yes, they try to you do the kind of same thing with this Cell Fighter and Android 17 did, which is why use their energy at the same time at the black hole so it opens again.
Yeah, and then of course they succeed, and then there's this emotional moment that Goku realizes that, oh yeah, when I go through it means that Piccolo, you will still be here. Because Piccolo is holding up the wave, it would get shot if Piccolo stopped and went through it as well. But Piccolo is don't worry, I'll manage. I've been through worse. So it's kind of emotional, and that's probably the only point that anyone else than the Saiyans from Z have a moment. If you think about it that way, that not even Tien or anyone else has shown up, Yamcha or Jiaochu or
yeah,
other than Saiyans. That's what I'm saying.
Well, after this, now that I kind of looking up at now, I remember Super 17 when he Hellfighter 17 fought against Vegeta. Vegeta was unimpressed until then Super 17 thing happened, and basically he actually fought against Vegeta. Somewhat Vegeta did the final shine attack, and
yeah,
but it's absorbed by him.
Yeah, and then he gets even stronger because that's I don't know if it's Hellfighter 17's thing, so that
it has to.
Yeah,
be.
Because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense that when they fuse they get this thing together. Oh. Or it could. I mean, there is so little explanation. Again, why GT is so bad, because there's so little explanation. That, so maybe it's either a thing that Hellfighter 17 has, or it's a thing that happens when Hellfighter 17 and Android 17 fuse.
Right.
But then we get Goku back on Earth. Now, second time in GT. Which makes it really repetitive.
Yeah, exactly. And then when Goku, like, if I remember correctly,
Mm.
in between the fight between Goku and Super 17, Dr. Mew kind of tells like Dr. Zhou that he reprogrammed Super 17 to only obey him. So
Dr. Gero is killed.
yeah, by Super 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I don't know, like, yeah, it shows that, don't trust evil guys.
But they were both evil.
Yeah, but don't trust evil guys, even though if you're evil. Like, don't trust anyone if you're evil.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, then, they fight, of course, Goku is Super Saiyan 4, and, Goku realizes, like, way too late that, oh yeah, he's, like, absorbing my energy beams.
Which was kind of stupid.
Yeah, because, again, like, it shows that Goku has regressed from what he was in Z, because the Goku that we know from the end of Buu arc would have realized that earlier. Like, he would have realized, like, because, when we're talking about Buu arc Goku, I think we're talking about a fighter that realizes, like, every single nuance difference in a punch. Like, he can tell, like, oh, this punch was, like, power level 100 and this punch was power level 115, that kind of nuance. Like, he can tell that, so that it doesn't make sense. Like, he would be able to, think about it, but then we get, then we get to the bullshit part, like, Android 17, like, not the possessed, so that, the part that, is Android 18's brother.
Yeah.
It's like, still a part of him, so that, doesn't he kill Mew?
Can you repeat? Sorry.
Doesn't he kill Dr. Mew?
If I remember correctly, Super 17 killed him when he was kind of ordering Super 17 around, and then Super 17 got annoyed and killed him.
Yeah, I think that it was even Android 18 that stated it out, that you have become a slave, and that's why Super 17 killed Mew.
Yeah, and even though he killed him, like, Super 17 went back to fighting Goku.
Yeah, but I think, like, even, like, then happens the bullshit part where, like, Android 18 is, like, attacking Super 17, and then, Goku comes up with a plan, uses Dragon Fist, and then uses Kamehameha, and that's the end of Super 17. And that's, like, that's kind of, create this awesome villain out of androids, and then give the most bullshit way of dying. Of losing. Like, it could have been better. It could have been like, because Goku was out of stamina, as is always, and he wasn't in Super Saiyan 4 anymore. Which is kind of like, as we will come to with the Black Star Dragon Ball. No, not Black Star Dragon Ball, Shadow Dragons. Yeah. Like, it's always like Goku is out of stamina, so he's not in Super Saiyan 4. And
yeah.
Like, then it's the Dragon Fist, because, he will absorb energy, but he can't absorb punches. And because, he's sort of emotional because of Android 18 being there, he can't block for some reason. Is it because... Oh yeah, it's because Android 18 is shooting energy waves and keeping him busy absorbing, so that instead of blocking, he is absorbing, and that's when Goku goes through with a Dragon Fist. And then he shoots a Kamehameha through the hole he created.
Alright.
I think that's how it was. If you listeners know any better, please comment down below. And now we'll go on to the Shadow Dragons.
Yeah, and I have to say, I loved how the Shadow Dragon thing started.
Yeah, Shadow Dragons is, by the way, my favorite saga out of the whole GT. And again, like we said before, it isn't really hard. There are, like, actually 3 sagas, because Super 17 saga, because you can't really link it to Baby or Shadow Dragons, but it's not, like, long, so...
Yeah. Here's the thing. I liked how the Shadow Dragon thing started, because we saw, like, the Dragon Balls being cracked.
Yeah, and the whole Earth, it was, like, it was dying. It was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, okay, Bulma does what Bulma always does when a bad guy appeared and kills a lot of people. Let's get the Black Star, let's get the Dragon Balls, and let's wish to Shenron to fix everything. They collect the Dragon Balls, they notice they are cracked, but they summon the dragon anyway.
Yeah.
And then the Black Smoke Dragon appears.
Yes.
The cigar smoking blue dragon.
Which is kind of, they could have like, maybe like created just an evil Shenron and not really like, this ridiculous being. But anyways.
But I love the fact that like he didn't take anybody's shit.
Yeah, he was like the, well, not complete opposite, because I wouldn't say that Shenron is polite per se, but he like totally wasn't.
Yeah.
And then he like created out of the Dragon Balls, like became these 7 Shadow Dragons, which were on Naturon, Haze, Rage, Nuova, Ice, Sin, and Oceanus.
Yeah, that's what all of them.
Yay! I did it. So, so then we get onto the Dragon Hunt, so to say.
Which here's the weird part with the Dragon Hunt. I don't remember what was the reason only Goku, Pan, and Trunks went on it.
Did Trunks even go?
I
remember it just being Goku and Pan.
Okay, alright, so it's... Yeah, I might have remember... Yeah, I don't remember Trunks doing anything, so it might have been like Goku and Pan.
I don't remember why it was only Goku and Pan. So they go and fight this Haze, whose power was to pollute the world, and with the pollution he brought the power levels down. So even though he was weak, he like brought them down so that they were, as weak as him.
And I found that a cool thing that they did.
Yeah, but then then he got, killed as usual.
Like I know he as the first one, and he was a joke.
Yeah, well.
But for me, like among all of the powers of the Shadow Dragons, it's one of the like better ones.
Yeah.
It's a debuff power.
Yeah.
And in Dragon Ball, that's a big deal.
Yeah, but then I think is Rage, I want to say.
Oh, wasn't it Oceanus?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the second one. I'm gonna make sure.
Oh, really?
No, you're right. So it was Rage first.
Yeah. So Rage was, he was kind of cool because he was like sort of this absorbing thing, like absorbing electricity and stuff.
Yeah.
But like then happens like, because there's no debuff anymore, so Super Saiyan 4X Machina, and that's, that's the end of Rage.
Yeah, I don't remember him doing anything of, note. That was
like he appeared to be, strong, but that was only because he absorbed everything. So it was kind of like Super 17 coming again, sort of. And then it's
after Oceanus.
Yeah, then it's Oceanus. And the fun thing about Oceanus is that he was created out of the wish, when Oolong wished for. Was it a particular woman's panties or any woman's panties?
No, not even woman's panties, just a panties. Just panties.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's why. And was it Pan that actually killed him? Because I remember like Pan going up this tornado hurricane thing that Oceanus is creating, and shooting a Kamehameha down it.
Yeah, that's how they get rid of it.
Yeah. And then it became Naturon, who was actually...
I found him neat.
Yeah, and he was actually, the first dragon to have actually, some sort of actual power, because he could absorb people, so of course he absorbs Pan.
Yeah, and remember this, how, like, he absorbed the beaver.
Yeah.
And then he got, and he didn't just get
a mole.
A mole, and he didn't just get stronger a bit, he got strong way more. If you remember, he was giant.
Yeah.
And with the mole, it seems to be that he gets a lot of power when he absorbs something.
Yeah.
Like, if he absorbed a bird, then he would become not just as strong as a bird, but way stronger.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened when he absorbed Pan.
Yeah, but it's also, that because, the fight gets, dragged out and dragged out, it's because, Goku just cannot justify going all out because it's
No,
Pan.
no. I'm not saying like the Pan absorbed Naturon is like super strong. What I mean by it is like he's much stronger than he should be if he was like Majin Buu absorbing Pan.
Yeah, true.
Like that way. Like when he absorbs something, he absorbs it and scales it up.
Yeah, it could
Like
be that he has, power to his own.
Yeah, I think it's like I think that might be what's happening there, which.
But
and I think Naturon was like one of the among these what we just mentioned the best fight. It wasn't it's not saying much, but among everything we've seen at this point.
Yeah, and then we get to my favorite Shadow Dragon, Nuova.
Whoa.
Because he isn't actually... as it turns out, he isn't actually that evil. He's more of... If we needed any sort of resemblance of honor between fighters, even though he is evil, he has honor.
Oh yeah.
Unlike his brother Ice.
That's right. But do you remember what wishes did all of the dragons?
No, I don't. We can you can Google it and then you can tell it to us in the end, okay? When we recap who when we've gone through this whole thing, then you
that's
tell
fair
us.
Enough. Right.
So Nuova, as the name tells, he's really hot. And he is the only guy, as we went in the power levels, he is the only guy, as far as I can recall, that uses flame and it's actually strong.
Yeah, rage, some flames are one of those things that are really weak in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, so he is the only one, right?
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
So then, they have an actual fight. I mean, Nuova, Shenron, and Goku Super Saiyan 4. Because I think he, sort of, made Pan, what would you call that? Have a concussion? Or something? Out of heat?
Yeah.
Or something? So that, that's why Goku was holding a grudge. Of course. But then again, the Super Saiyan 4 looks like that he's holding a grudge against everyone.
Did he actually hold a grudge? The way I saw it was... Nova, if I remember correctly, Nova Shenron could have hurt Pan, but he decided no. And then after that, Goku kind of had respect for him, and then it became a respectable fight between the two.
Yeah, but it was that was because he had respect. He didn't hurt Pan. He made Pan lose her, conscience, but he didn't kill him, her.
Mm.
But then we get to the Ice bullshit, so that Ice blinds Goku and comes in between two fighters, which is really not a good thing. Among two fighters that honor each other and actually honor fights. It's Nuova is sort of the recreation of Pycon.
I have to say he kind of has a Pycon-y feeling.
Because he honors Goku for whatever reason. Even Pycon wouldn't have really any reason because he's from a different galaxy and stuff. But so then Ice thinks that he has now the upper hand because Goku's blind. Well, of course not. There are other senses than just seeing.
Yeah.
And then Goku just uses Dragon Fist again, and yeah, Ice is done for. So but then Nuova tries to heal Goku to restore his sight, but then appears the final Shadow Dragon Sin and kills Nuova, which is kinda, I would say, yeah, it's a plot twist. Because, Ice didn't, even though he, didn't see eye to eye with Nuova, I wouldn't say that Ice would actually try to kill Nuova. He was more he saw that Nuova wasn't actually aiming to kill Goku, and that's why he, went in between.
Also, the fact I feel like because I kind of got an idea with Sin that Omega Shenron was always his goal. Also, that I think he might have he was going to kill Nova anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so that might. Also, at this point, it was like Sin Shenron fighting against the tired Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Yeah, which is a team.
Yeah.
With the whole GT.
Yeah.
Fighting against a tired Goku.
And after that, like, Goku's like family and friends came to like help him.
Yeah, because Goku goes all the way back to his kid form. And like almost gets impaled, and is it like then Majub who saves him? I think so. Like because I remember the scene so clearly. Like Goku is falling down, and he's like almost getting impaled by this sharp.
Okay, now I remember.
Whatever thing.
It was like Majub was fighting against Sin, while Gohan, Goten, and Trunks were like saved Goku, who had turned into a kid, and they were kind of talking about like, oh, Goten and Trunks, you should fuse and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Goku then said like, no, the best thing we could do at this point is if you share me your power.
Yeah. And well, like doing again what they did against Baby, sort of.
Yeah. And then they rejuvenate Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
And isn't it funny that it's 3 Saiyans restoring his power, so it's almost kind of like Super Saiyan God.
Yeah. Yeah, and he fought against like Sin. He blasted away with his, if I remember, it was the Kamehameha times 10.
It could be.
It could be like I have some. That's how I remember. I could be wrong. And then Shenron, who's like hurt but not like done for, decides like, all right, I'm gonna show you my trump card, and then eats the other Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
The other 6 Dragon Balls and becomes Omega Shenron.
Yeah, and then like Goku is no match.
Yeah, then he kind of like hurt. Yeah, Goku has no match for like Omega Shenron. Like.
But then we get another plot twist, which is Vegeta, like.
Oh, you're missing one important point. Goku tried to do a suicide explosion on Omega Shenron.
Oh yeah.
And then Vegeta appears like, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, because Vegeta knows.
Yeah.
And I think Goku knew too. Like, this is the second time in GT Goku tries to do a suicide bomb. He tried that against Super 17.
Yeah.
So...
the next thing what happened was, like, Vegeta said, okay, I need you to keep fighting for me. And see, the Bulma was coming with the
Blood Wave
J generator. Yeah. And while Goku was like holding off Omega Shenron, he got shot by the Buzz Wave and Vegeta became a great ape, and then pretty quickly became Super Saiyan 4 because at least with him he.
Yeah, and I want to go to the great ape Vegeta thing a bit because that also goes to my theory that Vegeta was actually controlling baby great ape.
Yeah.
Because, Vegeta was clearly playing with everyone at that point when he turned into Great Ape. Like, he was destroying Earth, but let's remember, at this point, Earth is getting destroyed anyways. So Vegeta showing off and saying, oh, I can't control myself, bah, bah! It's like, he's like, making everyone else think that, oh, what did we do? And then he, turns into Super Saiyan 4. Like, clearly he had control from the start there, because of course, he knows what it's like to be a great ape and being in control. We saw that in the Saiyan Saga.
Yeah. And
even though he has lost his tail, he hasn't lost the feeling.
Yeah, like that's what I was kind of like mentioning when it comes to like early on, like, okay, if you're turning like into a great ape, if you're stronger, does it make it like harder to control the form? Like that's what I wonder when I remember when seeing Vegeta turn to the great ape form.
Yeah, but it's just that how I saw Vegeta act and then how he was laughing. before he
you're-
turned into Super Saiyan 4. I just remember that makes me think so clearly that oh yeah, Vegeta is just making everyone think that this is hopeless.
Oh yeah.
But then even when Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 4, like Goku is like, oh yeah, we can do this, and then Vegeta is like, no, it's still it's hopeless.
Yeah.
So
You need to
like
fuse
then
it.
yeah, and then they like use all the after image techniques and all that stuff. Try to
No. The first time, Omega Shenron just let it happen because he didn't know what was going on. The first Gogeta appeared twice. Like the first time he kind of just transformed in Omega's face, and then he played around with Omega, and then they unfused. And then they tried again, but now Omega knows what was going on, so then it became the after image shenanigans.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I remember clearly.
I don't remember Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 happening twice.
Yep. Like twice, it happened. The second time they do the after image technique to throw Omega off. Yeah. As he knew at that point, he knew oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
But with the fight, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 was so disappointing as a character and anything. Like in video games, he looks cool and he acts cool. Yeah, he's arrogant, but in a really cool way. But in GT, he acted like Gotenks.
Oh yeah, because the fusion fails to work, so so then I was kinda right. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta doesn't appear twice.
Really?
Yeah, because they try to fuse, but Goku is way too weak.
But the thing
And the final attempt reverts him to the child form.
Oh wait, let me check.
Well, I'm reading the wiki right now. We don't usually do this, but I'm just, just to, prove my my brain.
The collective sons of Goku and Vegeta hold up Omega Shenron long enough for the two rivals to fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who easily outmatches Omega Shenron.
Yeah, that's right.
Then all of those things happen. As we go further, after that, despite the handicap, the Ultimate Shadow is far too strong for the weakened Super Saiyan 4 duo, leaving a fusion as the only option. Down after they unfused.
Yeah, this is after the first time they
At the last, Saiyans find the chance to fuse after the after image technique to throw Omega off their trail. Yeah, but it failed to work. All right.
Yep.
So that's what happened. Yeah. All right. I misremembered that part. I remember the after image technique thing happened after the first time it failed. After the first Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Yeah, I just didn't want to remember Omega Shenron being so stupid.
Yeah.
But then the suddenly Nova Shenron appears again.
Yeah. It wasn't it somehow before this at some point. Goku got Goku got the Nova Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
I don't remember
yeah.
did Gogeta made it that thing, or was it just Goku who succeeded in taking it?
Yeah, I don't either.
Anyway, Goku ate the Dragon Ball when he was Super Saiyan 4, and later when he kind of reversed back to the kid form, it appeared on his forehead.
Yep.
And that turned into Nova Shenron. Nova Shenron made a weird Inferno spin thingy on Omega.
Yeah.
And then what the Omega did was he shot all of his Dragon Balls inside Nova.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what
and
happened.
then Nova became Omega Shenron.
Yep.
And then that, that was clever, the way I felt.
Yeah, kinda. But then again, it's kinda the thing as we thought with Baby. It's kinda sort of dragging it out. And at this point, many new things have happened, Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 and Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, my heart, what I want to happen, the same as with, the Buu arc that I wanted Ultimate Gohan to beat Buu, or then at least Super Vegeta. I wanted Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 just to end, Omega Shenron. But no, we go to the final thing that is every time when nothing else works, Spirit Bomb.
the universal spirit bomb.
And like, yeah, of course they make it seem hopeless because Goku gets hit by the negative or minus what do you call it? Minus
Like,
energy
the
ball.
Yeah.
And but apparently Goku is just alive enough so that then they are like sheaming. I mean the Saiyans are sheaming, and Goku is somewhere like getting the energy, and then he like realizes that, oh yeah, the planet's energy isn't enough, so he calls all the Kais and gets like a universal spirit bomb.
Right.
And shoots that at Omega Shenron.
Yep. And Omega Shenron dies.
Yeah. And then I thought the aftermath, it was just... Because I'm such an emotional person, I thought the ending was bad. I wanted the end to be that, Goku gets reverted back to adult and everything returns to normal. But they decided that, because Goku promised that they never use the Dragon Balls again, that he goes with Shenron to whatever the dragon place is.
Yeah, like the dragon. It's weird. The dragon said, "Okay, Goku, it's time."
Yeah, it's like for my emotional being, I was like crying. I didn't want that to happen.
but it's one of those things where it's a good end, the way to end something.
Yeah, it is, but I think it would have been better if just like everything had returned to normal, and then it would have been like like some sort of Shenron's helper or something who would have been like, I'm taking these, and he takes all the Dragon Balls with him, so that they just can't use them.
Yeah, at this point, I know, I'm pretty sure they did it like the way they did, because like they were like, okay, we have to make sure that Dragon Ball cannot continue, and Dragon Ball can't continue without Goku. Yeah, so for me, I was kind of okay with the ending. I kind of liked it. I wish there was some sort of foreshadowing for the fact that Goku was leaving. It didn't really make sense. It's not like Goku was dying from old age or anything. So and at what point did Goku decide that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with Shenron at some point?
Well, like as we have like talked, there is not enough explanation in this fucking whole arc.
And and hilarious, after like he went off with like Shenron and Goku leave, then it's 100 years later and we see like Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. fighting 100 years later.
Of course.
Because of course like they would look identical. Like,
yeah, like after like being now what, like a 16th of a Saiyan? Something like that?
Yeah.
But yeah, that concludes the Shadow Dragons. Because we are not going to cover, what would you call it, the GT movie?
Yeah.
The Goku Jr. thing? We are not going to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, listeners, if you're waiting for that. Well, if you comment enough, we will do that. Of course. And tell you how bad it is. But, as always, I hope that you enjoyed the podcast. And all applicable links can be found down below in the description. And I hope that we see you next time.
See ya.